cut down. Like everything has to change now because of that.
What if the tree is dead?
If the tree is dead, then I didn't cut it, then cutting it down didn't accomplish anything as far as that's concerned. Right.
Well, ecologically, that changes a lot of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
ecologically, you're right.
So does that mean if the tree is dead, does that mean the malach is no longer in the tree?
The mouth that says grow is no longer in the tree. That is correct. It's like a person.
Just wondering.
When the person's dead, that means the neshama's not there anymore, right? Yeah.
Angel killer.
There's a like that. The Rebbe, they were walking, I forgot which Rebbe was. They were walking.
It's going to be my new name on Fortnite.
One of the Hasidim put a leaf up. It says,
I don't play Fortnite, but if I did, that'd be nice.
You're a murderer. You literally just murdered an angel that was telling you to grow.
Ari would never, if there were bugs around him or he was outside, he would never.
He was never in Savannah.
He would never.
Clearly not. He didn't have a giant cockroach in his kitchen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those things are crazy.
There's a reason he avoided the
you know what I'm
gnats.
talking about?
I grew up here.
They probably would not have even probably had a shield around it.
Yeah.
You find like by Alicia.
When I first saw it, I threw a textbook at one and
woman
it kept walking.
knew that he was holy because the flies never went near.
Or when you see one that's so
Yep.
old that it stands up and waves at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the people who don't get attacked by bugs are holier than the rest
Rizal
of
probably
us.
would not have gotten attacked by bugs even if he lived in Savannah. That's what I would say.
But that doesn't mean that if you do get attacked, that means you're a wicked person.
They would
No,
burn
no,
up.
no, I'm just
You'd be
saying,
like
like,
walking
when I
red.
look at-
You'd be like
Yeah.
walking red.
I'll never get sick.
Well, that has to do with blood type also.
Who was the one who killed all the birds?
Can you imagine?
Just by walking?
Can you imagine the scene?
Yochanan ben Zakkai.
He was the.
Was it Yochanan ben
I
Zakkai?
don't remember. I think he was the smallest of the Talmidim. The biggest of the Talmidim was the one with the birds. Maybe it was Shimon Lazar. I don't remember.
The bird killer.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Are we still?
Are we still? We are still. Good. Okay. It's late.
Oh, tangent.
It's late, but you guys are
A
getting
little bit more. A
penalized.
little bit more.
You're in the penalty. Remember? 10-minute penalty.
We're still.
All right. So let's keep going here. So now. V'nimtzu ba'olam. So now it comes out that in the world there are found shtei tenuais kloliyais hafchias. Two main things that are moving, two main movements in the world that are existing. Ha'achas tivis muchrachas. One is the necessary natural movement. V'ashniya bechiris. And the second is the movement based on choice. Meaning the choices that we make create one direction of movement. And then there's the natural course, which is another potentially contradictory direction of movement. But there's two forces of movement in the world. There's the natural course, and then there's the choices that people make that affect it. So, ha'achas milamala lamata. One comes from top down, meaning the physical comes from the spiritual source. So the natural movements start up in the kaiches, in the spiritual realm, and they come down here and they end down in the physical world. V'hashniya, and the second is milmata lamala. That actually starts down here and goes up to affect those kaiches. Meaning, hamachrachas, that which is necessary, meaning the course of nature. Hiatanua hamisnaya im ashvalim ekechas al yanim. That's all the movement of the world, of everything natural and the science and all of that. That's all starting from above. That's all starting in the spiritual realm. That's where all those changes and movements take place. And that filters down and manifests itself here in this world. So that's starting above. That change, that movement happens up in the spiritual realm, and then it comes down and manifests itself here in the physical realm. But habechiris, but the choice movement, the movement based on the choices that people make, that is what a person moves through his choice making in life, and that is the opposite. That starts down here and then goes up to affect the kaiches up in the spiritual realm. That which he moves, this has to be the physical of physical things, affected by physical things, and it happens within the physical things. Ki ha'adam gashmi u'ma'aser gashmi, because the things that we are physical. We're made up of physical matter, and the things that we interact with physically. Avol mipnei ha'kesher, but because of this connection, v'haitztarfus hanimtzas ben ha'kochos al yonev ha'gashmim, and the relationship between the kochos up there in the spiritual realm and the physical existence here in our world, hine behisnei'eya ha'gashmi, when the physical is moved by man, yagia behemshech hispailos el koach ha'ayon she'alav, then the connection, the result of that will be a movement in the koachos that are above that which we have affected here physically. So let me just read to you the way he puts it on the bottom here. He says, the linkage between the realms is not a one-way street from the spiritual to the physical. Rather, the influence that a person has on a physical object in this world develops the linkage in the other direction, having an effect on the force above, which is the source of that object. Translation is that the things that we do here in this world, you have to realize you're affecting that which is above. So if there is a rope hanging down from a tower, and you shake the rope at the bottom, that shake is going to go all the way up to the top. And it's going to shake whatever is up at the top of the rope. Right? So the ripple effect... Oh, he puts in those words? All right.
Look at you.
Solid. He's probably going to say that in like the next page or something.
Maybe that's where you found it.
But the idea of the ripple effect, what we're saying here is that it's not a one direction. It doesn't just come from above and end up down here. The other direction as well. It goes up. So when we make changes through our bechira, through our free choice, those changes affect the sources of all the things that we're affecting. So we're doing physical things. All those physical things have spiritual sources to them. So we're necessarily going to have to affect those spiritual things.
As above, so below, as below, so above.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so...
So let's finish the sentence.
Yeah. Which
I know that's what you were about to say, right? So, in Nimtzeis, so what comes out from this is Hatanua Hazais Milamalta Lemaila. This movement goes from down up. Hapech Hativis Amachrachas, which is the opposite of the natural movements, which that we mentioned go the opposite direction. So everything in the world around us, all of that, the movement starts on top and comes down. But for everything that we choose down here, that sends movement up the rope and affects the sources of those things up there. All right, we'll stop here.
So where was that at?
Only we can keep that with us.
All right, let's go. Make bumper stickers.
Jody, t-shirts.
Yeah?
Well, that's really Shavisi Hashem. That's really in the Shavisi, right? Like that. I keep
Shavisi Hashem Negi Summit is that I should always recognize that Hashem's in front of me. But it's understanding the concept of that everything I do affects the entire world is a little bit different. It's more da malamala mimcha. The Mishnah Pirkei Avos says, what should you think about to never sin? And one of them is da malamala mimcha, know which is above you. What does that mean? What's above you? What that means is it's referring to the spiritual existence, the spiritual sources and forces.
Even that doesn't express what this
No, so that means that if I know what's above me, meaning I know that everything I do is going to affect the entire spiritual realm, which will in turn then affect the entire world around me, that should hopefully deter me from doing a sin.
Every Avera we do affects the Yud Kei Vav Kei.
And every mitzvah. And every
mitzvah
mitzvah.
you do, right.
Not a lot to be negative these days. Don't talk about that.
Gotta get real.
You might inspire someone.
Books, y'all.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Good.
Thank you.
My wife is already calling.